and throughout social media. And we'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And what we do here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the drive-thru well is we give you live free sports picks from all the primetime games. And to help us out is our cappers at Pick Dogs. Let's take a look at the crew for today. We've got Mitch will join us, special appearance for Rich on Wednesday. We got Shane Mickle, Joe Duffy in the center square as always, and Shorr back on our Wednesday slot. Ann, you're looking great in Vegas.
Thank you.
All right, Alan Eno's in, and as Rod Zawacky as well. All right, let's take a look at how they'll line up for the show today. We got Duffy, Ninos, and Shorr, Mickle, Zawacky, Mitch, and then I will close this one out. All right, let's get ready. Let's get going here. We're going to welcome to the show Joe Duffy. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, top of the leaderboards. He is literally on fire, over 2,000 units of profit the past 30 days. Looking at the numbers here, Joe, how you doing? I know you're feeling great being on top.
Yeah, I always love being on top. Hey, Tony T, I've been doing videos with you for several years. Not once have you said I look great, and then you tell the Jersey Shore that she looks great. Come on, give me some love.
I told you when you got your haircut 6 months ago, you look great. It's 6 months. Time for a new one.
That's true. That's why I'm wearing my hat, my Roswell Beer Fest hat.
All right, excellent. All right, Joe. Here we go. Let's get going with the game. Magic to host the Hawks. 8 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel will televise. The Hawks road favorites are 2.5, total 219.
Yeah, road favorites that are off of the win that broke a losing streak. A very good play, 449, 317, and 15. Makes perfect sense because, number one, they are off of the win, so it means they've got some momentum. But number two, they've still been playing like crap lately, so they got a chip on their shoulder. Also, look, this is the second game since they fired Lloyd Pierce. This has been a golden rule of mine since I got my start back in the 1980s. When a team is underachieving and they do something to give them an emotional lift, for example, firing a coach or a manager in the middle of the season, there's almost always a short-term bounce. And that's definitely what we got here. Now, look, there are some injuries. Bogdan Bogdanovic, so he is back for the Hawks, so that's very good. He missed a bunch of games with a knee injury. It looks like Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter are still out. Clint Capella, probably a game-time decision, but for Orlando, Evan Fournier, he is questionable, probably going to be determined right about now. He's averaging over 20 points, 4.3 rebounds, 4 assists. And again, we continue to exploit some simulators. Our simulators kind of like a little bit here. AccuScore has the Hawks covering 60.7% of the time. Sportsline, 59%. Team ranking says it's, right about even. Numbers Fire admittedly gives a little bit of an edge to the other side, but still more than enough here pointing towards the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta, W marks the center square.
All right, Joe Duffy here with Atlanta Hawks, minus 2.5 against Orlando Magic. And, of course, this Magic team, Joe, they're having injury issues of their own. Of course, Gordon is their shooting is terrible. The worst shooting team in the league.
Yeah, and especially, this day and age, maybe, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, you could, quote unquote, win with defense. But the way the rules are now, and especially if the shot clock doesn't reset after rebounds, you've got to be able to shoot the ball to win or, most importantly, cover. So there's a reason why they're home underdogs to a team that isn't all that great.
Absolutely. All right, Joe, let's take a look here over at Pig Dogs Premium. You are doing fantastic work. Look at this past 30 days, nearly 2,300 units of profit. That is all documented. As we approach March, a great time to get on board with Joe Duffy. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, most of our metrics are really built on gambling being predictably unpredictable. And in the new normal, all of a sudden the unpredictability became unpredictable. But that's behind us. Things are starting to finally get back to normal. I've got 5 NBA winners led by a wise guy play tonight. I'm at least 14 games above 500 in both the NBA and college. So 5 big NBA plays tonight led by our highest rate of play, a wise guy play at Pick Dogs.
All right, get on board with Joe Duffy over at Pick Dogs. Tonight's action. Get on board. Get that one-day pass and then make that upgrade to 30 days. That's the best value right now over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers from Joe Duffy the past 30 days, nearly 2,300 units of profit. That is all documented. Go to his profile page there at Pick Dogs. You'll see every play that he's posted there. And get that 30-day pass. You'll get every play from Joe Duffy. NBA college hoops. We're getting right into March Madness. They'll take you right to the final game of the NCAA tournament with these conference tournaments coming up. It's a good time to pick up Joe Duffy's picks. All right, Joe Duffy, is always great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. You're looking good, Joe, and we'll talk with you in a couple of days.
Thank you, Tony T, and I'll try to be looking good in 48 hours.
Absolutely. Keep up that great work over on the premium side. All right, Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with our coverage. Time to welcome in Al Ninos. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's doing some pretty good work as well. Al, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Can't complain. All right, let's get to it here. You're looking at this Mavericks game to host the Thunder, 8:30 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel. Mavericks laying 4.5. Total sits here at 220.
Yeah, take a look at this total here for us tonight. Dallas, they've been dealing with injuries all season long. They were one of the teams playing to the most unders in the league, actually, if I'm not mistaken, earlier on. Now they've finally started to get healthier, and they're finally getting their offense together. So they're just 16 and 17 to the over now, so a lot closer to 500 now with their over-unders. Oklahoma City right there at 500. But again, so as soon as they get their offense together, they lose their biggest piece to that offense in Luka Doncic. Not only does he score the ball for them, but he is their playmaker. He gets a lot of great opportunities for his teammates. And really surprised to see this offense go over 100 points tonight without him. It's just as I'll also look at the first half under, because I especially think they'll come out the gate slow without him. Try to figure this offense out on the fly. Just don't think it'll be the same without him. So take this under here. I think the offensive struggles are going to come back for them, and looking for a low-scoring game here.
Yeah, I'm with you here with the under. OKC coming off some time off here between games, and their only chance really to win games and compete is to play defense. The defense got off the rails a little bit. I think they'll get that back here with the practice time. Of course, we saw Dallas do with the unders off that 7-day layoff. So I'm with you here under 220, because that's the way the Thunder has to. They have to play a defensive style to compete with teams. So I'm with you there under with OKC and the Dallas Mavericks. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Take a look at your numbers. You're producing here over 500 units of profit the past 7 days. We got a lot of hoops, a lot of NBA tonight, 10 games from the association, a lot of college as well as hockey. What you got going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I like a lot of these NBA plays tonight. Got a 9-pack with 5 NBA plays, 3 college basketball plays, and my favorite NHL play of the night. And also split them up into the separate sports for you into just one of those sports too.
Yeah, get on board here with Al Nitos over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got that 1-day pass, and of course the best value. Take those winnings from tonight and upgrade to that long-term pass. He has a 3, 7, and 30-day all-sports pass over at Pick Dogs Premium. You'll get every play that Al releases over on the site. Of course, you set the terms when you go to his profile page and you select one of those all-sports passes from Al Nitos. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Thank you for pinch hitting for today, and we'll talk with you next week. And I know you're very active over in the chat room.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go say hi to everybody in there real quick as soon as I get off.
All right, Al, have a great night. All right, Al Nitos here on the drive-thru. All right, just want to remind everybody, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. Now, we'll get started here with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod Zawacky, and you've got Brian Bittler, and you'll often have some guests in there pop in from time to time. We saw Tony Brown there the other day. So that gets you started. Of course, we've got those 2 YouTube premium shows. Check the description for that link to subscribe to the YouTube premium, the morning and the afternoon. Get those picks at a very good value there on that YouTube member premium channel. Also, we come on Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time with the drive-thru. And of course, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Following us will be the MMA show. So tune into that. And of course, whenever there's UFC action, there's a lot of spot shows with those UFC shows on our channel here. And the best way to watch them is subscribe and set those notifications so when we're live, you know about it. And don't forget to subscribe, give us that thumbs up. That thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. It helps us pick up our audience numbers, and we very, very much appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time. We're going to go over to Las Vegas by way of Jersey and welcome Ann Shorr to the show back here on our Wednesday, back on her slot. Let's go ahead and dial her up. All right, Ann, how are you doing today over in Vegas?
Doing great, Tony. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's fantastic. March. I'm looking forward to this month. Going to be a lot of money to be made, and I know you're in Vegas. Are going to make some money, and you they owe you money.
Just a quick trip, and then I'll be back at the end of March. But trying to take home a little extra cash with me.
Absolutely. They owe you, so you're there picking up. That's always great.
That's right. I came to get my money. I'm not waiting 6 to 9 weeks in the mail for that check.
Oh, no.
I'll just come out here, put a couple bets in, and see how we do.
Turn that, time to go 10 times your return here. You'll make some money. All right, Ann, let's take a look at the game for tonight. Big Ten Network, 9 Eastern time, has Northwestern hosting Maryland. Maryland on the road laying 4, total 131.5.
Yeah, so I've been obsessed with this game, and I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this game, but the thing is, I like the over here because so you have this Big Ten game, and the spread's opened up at -4.5 for Maryland, and it's crazy because last year I'll first say last year the two teams played. The total opened up at 131, and the score ended up being like around 143. Maryland won 77-66. And you have in the Big Ten, you have Maryland, who's ranked 7th, playing against this Northwestern team that's ranked 13 in the Big Ten. And Northwestern, they went on like a 13-game losing streak, and then they finally won against Minnesota. And you have Maryland, who's now on 5-game winning streak. So I think this is going to be pretty competitive tonight, especially like just seeing what's crazy is it opened up at -4.5, and then now it's at 4. So I think this is going to be a really fast-paced game. And the nice thing about this is Maryland's averaging around 69.8 points per game. Northwestern's averaging around 71 points per game. Maryland allows 65. Northwestern allows 71. Really, this is going to end up being a 70 to 60 something game. And really, even if it comes close within the spread and you got your high 60s, total's going to go over. Both teams are shooting very well from the field. Maryland's shooting around 46%. Northeastern shooting just a little below, I think like around 44%. And another thing that I like too is Northwestern's home, and in the Big Ten, usually it's hard to argue. Even it doesn't matter on the rankings. Big Ten at home, you usually see the home teams do well, and even though Northwestern is the underdog, we could see them really keep up with Maryland. I definitely see this being a fast-paced game, and so I can't help but take the over for this one here.
All right, and Shorr here looking at over 131.5 here with Northwestern and Maryland. All right, and good luck with that play. I know you'll be looking at some more picks here in Las Vegas, right?
Oh, yeah, you know it. And I have to throw some ice on you, Tony. You've been super hot lately, so congratulations to you. I need you to send me some of that luck.
I will send you some of that luck with that virtual high five like we always do, right?
Ooh, yes,
there we go. We'll pass that on to you. All right, Dan, let's take a look here tonight over at Pick Dogs Premium. You're sitting in NHL. You've been hot in hockey. Over 400 units of profit. Now. I know. You got it. 400 units of profit over at Pig Dogs Premium. We got a big night. Hockey, college hoops, NBA. What you got going on over at the site?
I still have a lot of later games up. I have a beautiful NBA play tonight. Definitely get on that. That's going to be a nice win.
All right. Check out Ann Shorr over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get her one-day pass for tonight, and of course take those winnings, make the upgrade to long-term passes. You see what she has over there, 3, 7, and 30-day pass. It'll be every play that Ann releases on the site. You set the terms when you go to Ann Shorr's premium page over at Pick Dogs. All right, Ann, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. Great luck in Vegas tonight. Take home a bunch of money.
Thank you.
And we'll talk with you next week.
You got it. Thanks, Tony.
All right, Ann Shorr here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue here with our coverage here on the drive-through. More picks coming up. And now it's time to welcome Shane Mickle. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's going to be looking at some college hoops for tonight. And Shane, he's been doing very well in the NBA. Remember last year in the NBA he was number 2, and he's been coming up the rankings in the NBA. But he's looking at college tonight. Shane, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing, Tony?
I'm doing great. I was expecting to see some Big Ten here. You're a Big Ten man in Minnesota, but we're looking at ACC. You're with Florida State to host BC, with Florida State laying 18.5, total 151.5.
Yeah, most of my Big Ten is in the premium package tonight, so I went the ACC in this one. Boston College is coming off a win over Notre Dame, but that really didn't affect my decision too much in this game. It was a nice win, but the thing about Boston College is when they lose, it's in between that 10 and 15-point range. Florida State, when they win, they've been winning big, 15, 10, 15 points, but they also have issues getting above that 15-point range. Boston College can score. They proved it in their last game. And Florida State's defense at times has been suspect. I like it. I think this game does end right in that 15 point range, which gives us some value taking Boston College plus 18.5.
All right, Shane Mickle here with BC plus 18.5 against Florida State. I kind of like that angle there, Shane, with these lower tier teams taking the points, because you're going to see a little improvement from them a lot of times at the end of the year. And of course, the big schools already thinking, their tournament and of course NCAA tournament.
Yeah, the last thing that Florida State wants in this game is anyone getting hurt, especially when this is a top seed in the NCAA tournament. So I won't be surprised if second half some of those starters get pulled a little earlier than they're used to.
Oh, no doubt about that. All right, Shane here, BC plus 18.5 against Florida State. This one will tip off at 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. We have 739 units of profit in the NBA documented. You've been strong in the NBA. We remember last year you gave Mitch a run. Mitch number 1, you were number 2. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I got 2 NBA plays tonight, 3 college basketball plays in a 5-pack, 34, 95. And I've still got the rest of the NBA season for $349.95. So up on that long term, and let's make some money in the NBA.
Let's make money in the NBA with Shane Mickle over at Pig Dogs Premium. See the numbers there in the NBA documented. Of course, it's 1 day pass. And I always say, if you want the 1 day, then upgrade to the long term with those winnings. And you see his offerings here, 3, 7, and 30 day. Of course, you can also check the page for other passes from the cappers over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, we're into March Madness now. So get on board with Shane Mickle there at the site. All right, Shane, as always, great having you on the site. And don't forget this free pick today with BC. That game's on ACC Network at 9 Eastern time. So plenty of time to get down on that one. All right, Shane, have a great night, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Sounds good. See you tomorrow, Tony.
All right, Shane Mickle here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. And just a reminder, guys, keep those likes, those thumbs up coming up. It really helps our audience grow. So like and thumbs up, we greatly appreciate that. Now it's time to welcome Rod Zawacky to the show. Rod Zawacky's done very well here on the drive-through. Rod, how you doing?
Doing good, Tony. Doing good. Nice, beautiful day again.
Oh, it is a great day to make some money, and you're going to be looking here at one of these smaller conference games here with Houston Baptist to host Incarnate Word. This one 8 Eastern time. Houston Baptist laying 4.5, total 141.5.
Yeah, you bet. In this one, we got Incarnate Word versus Houston Baptist. These teams played once before, and Houston Baptist came into Incarnate Word's home court and got the win in that one. So we're going to pay them back. I think Incarnate Word's coming in. They like to play on the road this year. They're 6-1 ATS on the road this year. They love to cover the number 6-1 for us on the road. And the Huskies are going in the other direction. We got the Cardinals. Both these teams going in opposite directions. You got Incarnate Word, who is 3-0-1 in their last 4 games, and you got the Huskies, who are 0-4 in their last 4 games. These teams are definitely, for me, Incarnate Word has the better offense in this one, as they're shooting from the behind the arc. They're shooting 38% from behind the arc, 45% field goal shooting percentage, going against this Houston Baptist defense, ranked 340th. They're giving up 81 points a game. I think they should have no problem covering this number. For me, this looks like the wrong team's favored. And when you look at this, the road team is a team that has been winning in this series, just like Houston Baptist won in our Incarnate's court. Incarnate Word's going to come here. Cardinals going to get the win over Houston Baptist at home here.
All right, Rod Zawacky with Incarnate Word plus 4.5 against Houston Baptist. This one will begin 8 Eastern time. No television network to it. Check it out online on radio to get the play-by-play from this game. All right, Rod, a good night here. We're into March, right? We're into March Madness. You're doing well here. Past 7 days, 735 units of profit. Big card NBA. We've got 10 games lined up. We got a huge college basketball card, some NHL. What you got going on over in the premium site?
Over on the premium side, I got an NBA birdcage for you. Nice triple there. We're gonna sweep the board on that. Love those 3 NBA plays for tonight. You can get that over at Pick Dogs Premium. I also have one college there for long-term subscribers, so grab on a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. As you can see, we're heating up over the last week. Best time now. Jump on something long-term. Still got the March Madness pass up there. Can't go wrong. $200. That'll get you everything for the rest of the conference tournaments, all the way right to the big dance, the last cutting of the net. Jump on over to Pick Dogs Premium, grab that, and be rolling with us in the college hoops. We've been rolling. We swept the board yesterday. 1-0, started the day. Going good.
You see Rod Zawacky going good. You see the number here, 735 units of profit past 7 days. Check his profile page out over at Pig Dogs Premium. You'll see every play that's released there. It's fully transparent. He started the day off 1-0, had a great day last night. You see the numbers. That long-term pass is the best value. Get that 30-day pass. It'll get you covered through March Madness with Rod Zawacky. Every play that he releases, NBA, college hoops, as well as NHL, yours for 30 days when you pick up that 30-day all-sports pass from Rod Zawacky over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. I know you start us off every day with Mitch and Brian Bittler at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so it should be a really big month of action with hoops.
Oh, great action with Mitch and Bittler in the morning, and special guest if someone pops in. But there's an up on our YouTube Premium. We're heating up over there as well. Get you some more winners. Another thing to add to your bag of getting you winners here at the Pick Dogs Premium site. That's what we do. Get you guys winners. Jump on that. That's something you just add to your collection. It pays for itself. Pennies. It definitely has made. As you hear Mitch say about it, he hates it, but we love it. So definitely jump on that. Can't go wrong with the YouTube Premium.
Can't go wrong with YouTube Premium, guys. You can find it. You can find the link to the Premium over in the chat room right now as it's been posted, maybe posted up again. So check it out. YouTube Premium, one of the best values here on Pick Dogs, the late and the early YouTube Premium shows. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. We'll check you out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Then you're back here on the drive-thru.
You bet. You guys have yourself a good evening. Let's get a winner here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow evening.
See you tomorrow evening. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Guys, remember, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. It helps us grow our audience. And a reminder to you, if you happen to join us late, we're going to recap every play on the show, so you stay tuned for that, and we'll get that recap for you. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to bring in, Mitch, making a special appearance on Wednesday. Mitch, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I was in the studio anyway, so not a big deal. We got a great card tomorrow. I'm doing the videos. Just did Michigan State. We got Baylor, Oklahoma State. It is March. It is March Madness, and this is where we've always been at our best. So I'm really, really excited. I know Tony knows me from back in the day doing all these videos and making and shows that we've done. So he knows making the big call like Illinois on the money line last night. Just pretty much what we've been doing for the last 15 years.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Or sometimes those in-game releases, we're getting, I remember some of those.
Oh, absolutely, especially in baseball season.
Yeah,
exactly. We need Jonathan Papelbon to come back.
That's right. We definitely need those. We definitely need those arms back in baseball. All right, Mitch. NBA tonight. NBA League Pass channel will televise Timberwolves hosting Hornets. We got the Hornets road favorites at 2.5, total 234.5.
Yeah, this one has kind of moved around. Minnesota opened as a mild favorite when it first came out, and then quickly moved to a mild dog at about a point and a half. And now they're down, I've seen, in 2.5, 3 range. A lot of pressure here on the money side on Charlotte. I'm seeing still more bets here on the home team, on the Timberwolves, but definitely a lot more money here on Charlotte. About almost 80% of the money on Shorr, which is a scary number. But when we look at the money line, which is where this game opened, very close to a pick 'em, still a lot of heavy pressure on the Timberwolves at 77%, with just 23% of the money line bets on Charlotte, but 59% of the money. So you're seeing a small number, and then you're seeing different types of betting pressure, but all of it is the big money is going towards Charlotte. And I always like these small market teams. This is how you make money over the long term in sports betting. It's not on the Lakers, Dodgers, and Yankees. It is on those mid-market, small market teams, and because that's where the value is. And even though they're playing a mid-market team here in Minnesota, this is a team that's pretty much lottery lock every single year, right? So, it's not like stringing together wins is something we have to worry about from the Timberwolves. You pretty much start at a large advantage when any team is playing in Minnesota.
Yeah, you definitely do. And of course, you look at the Charlotte team, and they can shoot the ball. and sometimes people get surprised when they look at how well Shorr's been shooting the ball, and it's surprising because they're just like you said, they're one of those under the radar teams. You never hear them on television. They don't lead off Sports Center or any of those highlight shows.
Right, and that's the beauty of the teams like that. It seems like some of the other teams that have we talk about on the morning show all the time. A Luka Doncic basketball card was sold for $4 million. A Zion Williamson cards are going for $100,000 right now. It's like these are teams, even though they're a little bit smaller market, that are getting ahead of themselves. So there's value going against those teams. It's just public money. It's all, whether they're buying a baseball card or betting, a couple dimes on the game, it's still public money. And that's what we're seeing here on a lot of these teams. So Charlotte, we're always going to find it. So even in a really favorable spot like this one against Minnesota, we're still going to find value as a favorite against them, because if it was the Lakers, even without Anthony Davis and LeBron, they're 11-point favorites here, in this game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, Mitch.
And you're not getting anything worse. You're not getting much worse here without LeBron and AD. You're not.
Yeah.
You got Terry Rozier's playing. Hayward's going to go in this one. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, and Charlotte, a hungry team here, looking for some respect here, and they got a dead Wolves team that is just on a losing streak, and like you said, they're on their way to another lottery pick. That's just the way it's been. Can't play defense now; they can't shoot, and D'Angelo Russell is out, and he's been out for a while. So the numbers there show how poorly they're playing. All right, Mitch, what you have going on over at Pick Dogs? Premium big cards from college basketball. A lot of those small conference schools in there. We got a few Pac-12, some Big East in there. What you have going on over the site?
I swept my college basketball yesterday. I have not been on my hottest run in 2021, that's for sure. But I've had a few good weeks in there in February, and last night 4-0 in my college hoops. I have 5 college hoops plays today. I really, really like these, and people, if I love something, you don't hear I say it, but I don't say it all the time. It's not like every day I got a 10-star pick, and I love it. But today I really love my picks in college hoops. I feel really, really strongly about it. It's March Madness, and traditionally this is when I have been my best at college basketball, and that's why I'm going to really miss going to Vegas this year. But I also want to do a little plug for our YouTube Premium for our morning show as well, and my co-hosts on the morning show, Rod and Brian. Even when I'm cold, these guys are hot, and it's kind of like, that's the whole idea of having a multi-capper site. We had Joe Duffy on here. The guy's been hitting the cover off the ball. We had Tony Brown on the other day. Tony knows, this guy, sometimes it comes across that he's like the squarest square in town, right? Lakers and, whatever, a rah-rah guy. And then you look at the leaderboard, and it's like, wow, it's like he might play some favorites, but you know what? He's playing the right favorites because he's making a lot of money.
That's one thing about Tony Brown is he watches these games. He's really in tune, and he can identify the good favorite. And we joke about it when you first meet him. Same thing. Oh, he's picking favorites, and then you look at the leaderboards. He's winning with those favorites.
Oh, exactly. And it's like the thing is that why I'm friends with most of the cappers that are on the site and are on the show, and I know them personally. Outside of the business, I'm in Vegas. I always get together with Tony Brown. And it's like, and Tony knows this about me too from all the shows we've done over the years. It's that I can sit there and talk sports for hours. And Tony Brown can do the same thing. And you saw it on yesterday's show when he came on. It was kind of like we have a format where we kind of go around the horn. But Tony Brown, he's got something to say to everybody because he has an opinion and he knows, And it's like, yeah, he's a Lakers homer. We know that, we know that. But still, he wins with them. Not all the time, but he wins with them.
That's right. And he likes the Raiders and Dodgers, too. And I know you call him El Niños Jr.
No,
I was joking. It was funny.
He's LA guy, too. So it's like, you let him go. But like I said, he wins. He wins with betting that way. And it's, you can win. There's a lot of ways to do it. Favorites win and cover, but you got to cherry pick your way around. He's not giving out 15 picks of favorites, He's giving out 2 or 3, and that's the difference,
That's the difference.
And it's like, these are the 2 or 3 favorites where there's value, It's not like, well, I know that, he's not giving out, Michigan money line last night, where you're going to get murdered, or Baylor money line tomorrow against Oklahoma State. I don't even know if they win that game.
That's going to be a tough one to figure there. All right, Mitch, as always. Have a great night tonight. We'll check out your videos for tonight. And, of course, morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the YouTube Premium.
Yeah, the YouTube Premium, like Rod said, I hate it, but everyone seems to like it. We put a lot of people on winners, so sometimes you have to take a sacrifice. I hate Rod and Brian's March Madness passes just as much. $200 they're selling March Madness for the month. You don't see me doing that. So a lot of guys putting out March Madness passes as well. So be sure to check it out.
All right, check it out. All right, this is always great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you next week. Check you out in the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Mitch here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, remember, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. We greatly appreciate that. It helps us grow our audience. And a reminder, if you happen to miss any of the picks from today's show, stay tuned because I'll recap them and give you every one of them. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time for yours truly with my play for tonight. We're going to be looking at this Pac-12 game between Utah hosting Oregon State, top of the hour. Utah up to a 5.5-point favorite. Total sits here at 135.5. And yes, I'm going to continue to take these Beavers. I'm going to continue, and they've been covering. They've been good to me. They've covered 14 of 16, and there was one push. So that means they failed to cover the spread once in their past 16 games. That's pretty impressive there. They're a good defensive team, holding teams just over 41%. Utah, listen, they lose a bit of their home court advantage by not playing in front of a full house. They've dropped 4 games at home this year, and they've got a losing spread record at home, okay? Remember that. Utes, look at their past 5 games. Their defensive form is poor. They're allowing nearly 48% shooting. Now, the Beavers, best in the Pac-12 in three-point defense. See, that's how you cover games there. Is you got these sharp-shooting teams. Well, let's cover that three-point line. That's what they're doing. They make their free throws. Utes, weak with three-point shooting and rebounding in conference at both ends of the court. And they're also a high turnover team, a sloppy team. So, again, you're seeing this big steam number for a team that turns over the ball. I'm going to take Oregon State here at plus the 5.5 points. All right, guys, you can check my picks up over at Pick Dogs Premium. I got a 3-pack going on tonight. So check it out. They start at the top of the hour and also have the long-term passes. Get yourself a 3, 7, or 30-day pass there at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue our coverage here. Now it's time to go ahead and recap the picks from tonight. We got Ann Shorr still with us, and Al Ninos will help us recap these. All right, we got the show started with Joe Duffy. He was on the Hawks, laying the 2.5 against the Magic. Al Ninos, Thunder Mavs under 220, and Northwestern Maryland over 131.5. Shane Mickle, Boston College, plus 18.5 against Florida State. Rod was Incarnate Word, plus 4.5 against Houston Baptist. Mitch, Hornets, laying the 2.5 against the Timberwolves. Yours truly on Oregon State, plus 5.5 against Utah. We'll start with Al Ninos. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Go with yours again, Tony. I think Oregon State has a chance to win this one outright. So let's grab those points.
All right, look at the Beavers. All right, Ann, what do you like?
I was about to say yours, but to keep it. I'm gonna go with Jersey Joe's pick, Hawks -2.
All right, Hawks -2.5 here, and I'll go with L. I like that Thunder Mavericks under 220. OKC's only shot of staying competitive is playing defense. They've got the extra rest here, and I think they can do that. And Mavs have an under streak going as well since coming back from that COVID break. All right, Al, thanks for joining us, and have fun in Vegas. What's for dinner in Vegas? Going to some nice restaurant?
I'm gonna meet some friends for Italian.
Of course.
And then I leave tomorrow. Super quick trip. I'll be back end of March.
All right, super quick. So when you take all that money home, there's not enough time to give it back to them, right? Just get out of town right away, right? Hit and run.
Yeah.
Hit and run. All right, hit and run. That's right, on a mission. All right, guys, reminder, thank you for joining us on the drive-thru. We're back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, it all gets started with the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We've got Mitch, we got Rod Zawacky, we got Brian Bill, and we also have some spot guests in there, so some of the cappers will join them from time to time. All right, let's bring in the cappers for tonight's show. Let's give a nice wave. Good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you